A quick lasagna rammed in the Omnia to heat it up because it's such an horrible day today. We're not going out, we're not going anywhere. So we grabbed this from Aldi's, wasn't it?
Aldi's.
Aldi's. Heat that up, that'll taste fine. Hunk of bread. That'll be nice. Cup of tea. That'll be nice. Well, it's Tuesday and it's another horrible day. It's been high winds again, all last night, all yesterday, all last night, and it's still the same today. It just stopped raining. I'm just going to go out and empty the toilet. There's nobody else here, as you can see. Everywhere's shut. But I think there's been some damage going on. And people's awnings have all collapsed. Their awnings had it. We've reported it to reception and they said they get in touch with the owners. Can you see up there? Their skylight's blown right open. It's been like that now for all the way through this wind and the rain and everything. We've reported it to reception and they said they're going to get in touch with the people, but whether they have or the people didn't come or they're too busy, I really don't know. But it's a pity that all of their stuff's getting ruined. I mean, as you say there, it's open to the elements and the rain's been pouring in. Oh, it's just started raining again. Oh. Oh. Well, I've just been outside to empty the cassette and it's bitterly cold out there with that wind. My goodness, my hands are absolutely frozen. So, quickly sculled there, emptied the cassette, scuttled back in here and try and get warm now. Carol's still here in a jammies and a dressing gown. Keep it nice and warm.
Don't knock it on the floor.
Ah, that's hot. I burnt my hand last time on this. Oh, starting to bubble. I just noticed we've got a nice dent in this Omnia as well.
Oh yeah, it's been dropped.
It's been dropped a few times. Oh, there's another dent over there. Eh, it's still good. It does its job. Oh, there it is, bubbling nicely. I think that's just about ready to dish up. That looks good, my dear. With a hunk of bread that's going to go down a treat. Woo!
Good reflex the old girl's still got. Maybe we should have bought some chips as well.
Oh, why haven't we got any chips? Why haven't I got any chips? I so want some chips.
I can put it back in and you can go over and buy some.
By the time I've bought the chips and walked away back and froze to death, you'd have ate it. No, that'll go down nice with a slice of bread, I think. got some nice thick cut. Slap a bit of pack on that, and that'll go down well. Ooh, the best scrapey bits.
You can scrape them when it's cooled down.
Well, there's a bit of a lull in the rain, although not in the wind. It's not as bad as it was. Dying down a bit now. So let's kind of have a look at mayhem again. This one's in a right state. It's all collapsed. Yeah, it's a pity. As we said, we did report all of these. I mean, he's got that with water there to try and strap to hold it down, but the actual all the poles and everything's all collapsed. I don't know where that bit's gone. It's just gone. Oh no, it's down there. Hopefully it's not too bad inside. Carol's gone off swimming. She's a brave girl. I just go back in the van where it's warm. It's too cold. They're fine. Yeah, all okay. Wind was hitting us from this side. It's coming down this way, mainly the wind. Or actually, it was cutting across. I think it was at a slight angle, coming across this way. The wind. We were snug. Oh, it's nice and warm in here. Well, here we are at Bridlington. It's a bit of a funny morning actually. We got up and it was sunshine. We thought, ah, at last it stopped raining. And the wind had dropped. So we packed up and we decided to come to Bridlington. It was about an hour and a bit drive. And then as we was coming down, it got darker and darker and it absolutely peed down. So we stopped into a car park and we decided to go somewhere else, maybe up into the moors. But that was another hour drive from where we was, and so we decided to carry on to Bridlington as originally planned. We went through the opposite end to what we normally come down, so somewhere down the line we went slightly wrong, and it took us ages to get through the town. Absolute ages. It was just like traffic lights that just didn't want to come off of red. So we made it through eventually and we've parked up. So Carol's wrapped herself up in a winter woolies. Her toes are cold, her little toes are cold. And the little booties, little black ones today, not the little red ones, little black ones. So we're going to walk down into the town now and probably find somewhere to get something to eat. So we've been talking about motorhomes again. Really fancy getting a nice 9-speed automatic to save my poor little wrists. Suffer a lot with rheumatism in my wrists, especially my right wrist at the moment. Really painful. Might be going to need a boots as well and getting a wrist support. What was the temperature today? 9, isn't it supposed to be?
Yeah, around about 9.
Yeah. Not -9. Feels -9.
That wind's cold.
It's so cold. There's penguins here. Puffins. Penguins. How'd you like my penguins?
Oh dear. I should buy you a book on birds.
What's the difference between a penguin and a puffin? A lot. Oh, I remember the calf. Oh, it's that nice little calf that was run by an old-fashioned type of calf. That where they smoke a fag over it and just slop it straight into your plate. I'll give you one scoop of slops or two. It tastes really good.
Just like to point out, I am not gay just because you're playing for the...
I have no idea. He said, I'd just like to point out that I am not gay. I just happen to be drinking here.
Oh, maybe it's a gay puffin.
Which is fine. I really don't care. You can drink there, you can be gay, you can't be gay. I don't care.
Bisexual, you can be better.
That's calf. Let's see if there's any seats. They go for the pie with potatoes, vegetables and some gravy. So, the pie has turned up. I think £6.50 each, the pies. Carol didn't want any peas with hers. That's okay. Enjoy, me dear. The first tasting of the pie. There's the pie.
Probably a mouthful of fat.
Hot. Good.
Yeah.
And this has been very naughty. We've gone for apple pie and squirty cream. Naughty, naughty.
Trouble is, it's hot pie and it's going to melt very quickly with the cream.
I certainly shouldn't have apple pie. I've been forced. Been forced, my dear. Been forced, my dear.
Yes, dear.
Well, we're making our way back. We've eaten around town. I managed to get myself my wrist support that I wanted to help my poor rheumatism in my right wrist, which is darn painful. But it's got really colder and it's raining again.
Raining again, and I've got a cold wet nose.
Cold nose. And over there, as you can see, there's more rain over there that's coming in. So we're making our way back to the van, and the winds are supposed to be getting back up to about 45 again. So we're going to start making our way back to camp. It's about an hour and 20 drive, something like that, to get back to camp. As we said, we've been talking, we've been thinking quite a bit about getting a different van. We've got our eye on the CB20 from Eldis. That seems quite good. I know you've got to make up the bed, and we don't have to make up the bed on ours. It's a little bit wider, so the bed will be just that little bit wider, but also we should be able to use them as two singles, and thus we'll just be able to sit on them during the day and then just have a couple of
Sofas.
That's better. back indoors. Well, we're back at Withensea again today. It's the last day of the holiday. Didn't fancy driving too far because we've got a long drive tomorrow, so we thought we'd just go somewhere close because it's only about, what, 3 miles away?
Yeah.
Something like that. So 3 miles down here, we just parked up a normal little spot. It's quite quiet here today. Well, it's a little bit cramped in there for doing anything, to be honest.
Yeah. That's why we need that other one.
You think so? I think maybe that would be like one last big purchase. We're still thinking about going for this CV20, the oldest. It all depends on the beds, because we don't really fancy keep making the beds all the time. If we could make the beds every night, I mean, it's not so much problems of making the beds, is it? It's the fact that
You've got to clear everything up.
we have to clear everything up, and we're not the most tidiest of people. And if we sat there and watched the telly and had a couple of beers and a few nibbles, there's going to be a mess everywhere. It's got to be all tidied up. Oh, stop a sec and look at this. This is very pleasant, very nice. They've either done this for aesthetic looks, so it looks nice, or we've had so much rain, it's all the drains have burst. Yeah, so we're, as we were saying, that after we've had a few nibbles and watched the telly and that, okay, it has to be put away, but we have to put them away, and we tend to, at the moment we don't have anywhere really to put in clothes and such like, so we have to put them in holdalls, so it tends to all get thrown on the bed, and then from the bed it gets thrown onto the chairs when we move to the bed. If we was in the CV20, it had more cupboard space, that's for sure, so we wouldn't have that problem. But if you've got to make the beds all the time, it's not too sure.
Look at the wardrobe space,
Yeah.
because at the moment we use our wardrobe as food storage.
Yes, we do.
And put the clothes up in the Luton.
So maybe that might be better that way. But what we really want to use is the beds as 2 singles, although we prefer to be sleeping obviously together. It just makes things a little bit easier when we keep going to the loo in the night, as we both have to have multiple trots to the loo because we're old, and just lately we've got out of sync. Butcher's steak pie, hand cut chips, peas, beef dripping in gravy. Ooh. You want the small breakfast, 1 bacon, 1 sausage, 1 egg, tons of beans? Oh, tomatoes and beans. It was a ton of beans.
Mushroom black pudding and toast.
Black pudding and toast. So going for the steak pie, butcher's steak pie. Butcher's steak pie, peas, chips, and beef dripping in gravy. Carol's going to go for a fried breakfast, I think. And a couple of teas to wash it down. Well, that's my pie. It looks pretty darn good. I'm going to enjoy that. I've just lost a chip. Carol's breakfast looked okay, apart from the fact that she said no bacon and black pudding, and she had no black bacon and black bacon. She had no black pudding and lots of bacon. Black bacon. Right, I'm going to dive in. Oh, it's turned up. That's better. Well, it's a bit of a disappointment. Carol just had to go back because half it was cold. So now she's waiting, keeps nicking my chips. The chips are nice. The beef gravy is nice. The peas are peas. The pie is not a bad pie, as you can see. There's lots of meat in it, but it's been nuked in the microwave, so it's like the bottom of it's all crispy and hard and quite dry, which is a pity. If it had a little bit of moisture in it, it would have been very nice. So, a bit disappointed. Nice and hot now.
Burning my tongue now.
Can't eat it now, it's too hot.
Rather have it too hot than cold.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you very much. Thank you, baby.